Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Melanie Smith, and I just want to say thank you to all of my friends out there. This past week was probably the first time I've missed a Saturday video in probably a year. And if you guys are a member of my Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and More Facebook group, which just changed names this past week, it was Heartfelt Card Making with Spellbinders and More. I just changed the name of the group this past week. So this past week has been a nightmare in my household with a huge flood insurance slash, I don't know, insurance nightmare. That's all I can say. Let's just say if you ever have insurance information or an insurance claim in your house, don't believe the salesmen that come to your house that say they're going to help you get more money from the insurance company, because those things aren't true. And luckily I had the sense and sensibility to feel icky about that, and I spoke up and told the truth, and luckily I got a second and a third opinion. And because of all of that, we are on the good to go, and we're on the track of getting everything, estimates and repairs and all of that stuff. It's going to be a long road, but I'm back on track, and it's going to be slow, but I got a video for you today. It is a share and show video with the fall collection, but you guys helped me do it, and I wanted to say thank you to all of you. During my new release video that I did for all of you with the new products released from Spellbinders this month, I asked you all for advice. And for those of you that commented in the comments, those comments helped me during the week when I was struggling to craft. I used them as a way of inspiration to help get my mind out of the gutter of the chaos, and I used them as my inspiration for crafting during the week. So I want to say thank you, and I'll mention you and give you call outs during the video, and I'll show you how my little science project, so to speak, using your ideas went, and I'll show you all the ideas and how they turned out. So thank you guys. I truly did craft life with you this week, and I really appreciate you all being here on my channel and supporting me all the way through. So let's get into it. Okay guys, the Falling Leaves collection consists of 3 wax seals, the Autumn Rain plate, the stencil set that goes with this, which comes in a combo, or the plate comes by itself. You can't get the stencil set by itself. And then this oak forest embossing folder. Now when I did the reveal video, I think I messed up and jumbled up the collection in that. So I just wanted to reiterate that these two went together, and then the wax seals went with it. So that's where I got confused, because these two actually were in the same collection, and these were my 2 favorite items. So this is what I played with first, of course, because those were what I was enjoying the most. And look at the way I created this wax seal. This was something I was really excited that I got to work out. Now, I got a little bit of advice for you. You know, I always tell on myself, right? I wasn't paying attention to my wax burner, and guys, you gotta pay attention to an open flame. Okay, because Miss Melanie wasn't paying attention, because Miss Melanie, should I tell on myself? I don't know if I should tell on myself. Y'all might make fun of me. I got an email that told me about a sale alert, and you know how I pay attention to the sale alerts, so I can tell y'all about the sale alerts in my Craft Life Together group. So I wasn't paying attention, and my wax was burning, and a little bit more than my wax was burning. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so yeah, don't pay attention to anything else except your open flame. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, enough said. So yeah, just beware. Open flame, yeah, beware, be careful. So anyway, telling on myself, Shouldn't do that. Um, this right here is a mold that I got off of Amazon. I'll leave a link down below just in case you're interested. But this is a set of molds that I got, and the oval wax seal fit right down in it. Now you have to use extra beads. So I believe this was, see, I'd started with 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this was either 8 or 9 wax beads. And it's a mixture of the yellow, the orange, there's bronze in there and gold in there. And then I mix them all together, and because you have to try it a few different times to get all of these even, so kind of all mixed by the time I finished. So isn't that really cool? Then of course I painted it with gold, the gold marker. This right here, this brown right here is the press plate. Now these press plates actually, I believe, came out with the Christmas collection of wax seals. So I used it with this collection and I showed it with this collection, but I believe it came out with the Christmas. But I did show it. And so I pressed this circle and then I cut it out with the coordinating dies that are in our store. I'll make sure all of this is in the visual supply list rather than trying to call it all out right now. I inked this with some oxide inks, which I thought turned out really good. And then I used one of the old sealed stems and I just cut them out of cardstock. And I thought that really was cute. This is just some pattern paper that I had. It actually came from scrapbook.com. It was a freebie once upon a time. I don't know if it's still available or not. And I was really struggling with it. I was trying to coordinate with this paper and bring all the colors together. And it's kind of dark for me. But I just love the way the wax seal turned out. That was my favorite part, was the wax seal. And then I used some of the gold embellishments on there. This piece right here is actually a portion of this embossing folder. See how I used that right there? And this was a blended background that I embossed. It was all blended in oxides. Then I embossed it, and then I took an Altenew gold ink pad and I rubbed the ink pad over like this, and then I moved it and I rubbed it like this, and then I turned the paper around again and I rubbed it like this, and then I turned it a fourth time and I rubbed it like this, lightly, each direction. So I rubbed it all 4 ways, and this is how it turned out. And I just love how that turned out all the different ways. And every so often you get a little scuff on the background. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's so little and few and far between. I think there was a tiny one like right here, but I put one of my wax beads on it. These are from the wax itself that's left in the spoon. I made my enamel dots using it so they would coordinate. Didn't this wax seal turn out perfect to match? I coordinated that. That one has more of the orange and the yellow. Those are the new colors for Halloween. But when you mix them together, they look really good for fall. And then I believe this one has some of the gold in it as well. I really love mixing my wax colors. You never know what you're going to get. And I was really going to coordinate with these colors. That's what I go for. Just like this one, I was going after this kind of mustardy orange color that's in here. That's how I was trying to mix. That's why I used the rust in here more than I used, or the bronze metallic, and I used more of the gold metallic in this one. So that's how I got the difference in color. So, and then this here is from one of the other new collections. I believe this is from Lisa Horton's new tag collection. So I used her 2 inner ones of that for that. And that's a BetterPress. That's one from the new collections too. That's a BetterPress plate right there. So I just love the way that one turned out. And then this one is my third one. And this is embossed. And then I rubbed Versamark over it lightly. And then I put a tiny bit of glitter. Actually, it was down here. I put glitter, Wow glitter embossing powder right here. And then I tipped it so it would powder down into my paper. And that way it would just catch and it wouldn't be completely covered. And you see how the glitter just caught on the edges of the leaves? That way they wouldn't be completely saturated. And here's the glitter that I used. It's Simon Says Stamps Zombie Wow glitter. It's probably discontinued. This is probably an older glitter. We'll look it up and see. I'll see if it's still available, but it's probably an older, but it's called Zombie. But any kind of embossing glitter would do this trick. You could even use a clear glitter and you would get the same type of effect where it's shiny and glittery on all the raised edges. But I did it down here where I knew I was going to have embellishments to cover it if it was thicker down here. Since I'm pouring the embossing powder here, it's going to be thicker. And then when I tip it, it's going to like powder down and it's just going to stick on whatever it brushes across. So you'll get a thinner catch on all of that little raised areas, and it's not super thick. So that's what I liked about that technique. So, and then here I used more bronze because I was going for this color in this pattern paper. And this pattern paper is from this same paper pad from there. I think it's 49th and Market if I'm not mistaken. And it's again from scrapbook.com. This piece here is from my stash. It's an old Stampin' Up ribbon. And I've got a piece of gold paper underneath it just to give it some shine to kind of coordinate in here and coordinate with the glitter. This is a BetterPress Sentiment that I just had my stash already done up. It's a perfect match. And then I cut a couple leaves just for bringing in these colors here. You got some purples down here, you got the magenta right there, and I just thought they brought it all out. And again, this is inked with Distress Oxides for the color. So that is that one. So those are my three that are done with wax seals from this collection. All of them are inked with the gold marker. Then this is where the experiment came in. Because I asked you guys, what colors would you do this umbrella? This umbrella BetterPress and stencil background plate just kind of threw me for a loop. Because to me, these umbrellas should be springtime, not fall. So that's what I did. I made it a springtime. This was my choice of colors. And I chose BetterPressing in blue. And I've written my colors. I'm going to move these other ones out of the way so you can't see them yet. This one was my choice. And I haven't put these on background yet because I've written my notes so I can give you my colors. This is Tumble Glass that I pressed it in. I used oxide inks and I pressed it in Tumble Glass, which gives you the background. When you BetterPress this, you get the background. Okay? Everything else is stenciled, which makes this fun. Getting to stencil your BetterPress is really cool. So that's what makes this set unique. And let me tell you, I had so much fun with this, even though to me at first it was really strange. I'm just being honest. You know I'm real, right? This was really strange. When I saw this, I was like, why are these leaves? Like, why are there umbrellas in the fall? You know, The umbrellas belong in the springtime when spring showers. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I had so much fun with this. You guys made it fun. But I thought springtime, pink lemonade. That's where this came about. So I've done the top here, and I've done this in Altenew's Rose Quartz and Puffy Heart are my pinks. Buttercream and Warm Sunshine are, so I use 2 tones here. 2 tones of pink, 2 tones of yellow. Then for my leaves, I switched over to LDRS Creative's greens, which are a hybrid ink. And I also stamped it in LDRS for my BetterPress. And those are Prickly Pear Perfection and 4 Leaf. And that gives me this 2-tone, really rich green, which I used on another one too, which I'll show you in a minute. Pressed my sentiment in that 4 Leaf dark green. And that, this here is Brilliance Silver Ink, which is a metallic ink. So it's got a little bit of a shine there, and then I just let that dry. So this is my rendition of what I saw when I saw this plate, because I thought it was a spring scene. So I made all my leaves green. Okay, now this first one was Susan Nelson, 5232's design idea. She said, or recommended, gray sky, so that would be the background, press color, black umbrellas, and fall color leaves. Now this was my most challenging. Well, no, I can't take that. Nope. Okay, this one made me think, because yes, umbrellas are black, but black against gray for a designer. And then, yeah, you're going to see those bright leaves. That makes sense. But I didn't want to make the whole umbrella black because the stencil's in 2 pieces. See, the stencil's in 2 parts. So I opted to take a little designer's choice, and I made the stencils, the umbrellas, 2-tone. A dark black / gray. And then the background, a light gray. And I have to say, I love this. Love, 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 love this idea. So the colors I have used, and I hope I did this justice, Susan. I hope you like this. I used Altenew's Industrial Diamond and Pure Graphite for the umbrellas. LDRS's Alloy for the background. And for the leaves, I've used Altenew's Snapdragon, Buttercream, and Warm Sunshine. So I just adore this. I think it came out really, really well. So thank you for that idea. This was the very first one I did because this one intrigued me the most. So hurrah, hurrah for you. I love that. All right, now this one stumped me. This one was from Shannon Fox 617. She suggested a lot of colors, and I am not that great at, distress, period. Okay, I'm not very talented, so you're going to have to correct me because I probably did this really wrong. But we made it work somewhat. Okay, this was my most challenging one. You threw me for a loop, girl. So I've used broken china on the background. I can't make the raindrops are not inked at all. They're all white. So I could not do the raindrops in Stormy Sky, which she asked for. But she chose Victorian Velvet or Tattered Rose for the umbrellas. So I chose Victorian Velvet. I did not have Tattered Rose. So I chose Victoria Velvet. And again, I didn't want one color for the umbrella. So I chose a coordinating color, which was mahogany, aged mahogany, to go with it. Then she asked for iced spruce, scattered straw, wild honey, and vintage photo, all in oxides, for the leaves. Now, that's where I got stumped because those don't all blend really well together. So I attempted it and it wasn't pretty. So this is what it turned out to look like. And at first I hated it. I hated it, but this is part of an experiment, right? And then I put stickles on it and it grew on me. So this is an experiment, right? So tell me, Shannon, it is Shannon, right? Yep. Tell me, Shannon, if you get to see this, was I supposed to do one color per leaf? Or was I supposed to blend them? Because the leaves looked okay until I added the darkest color, which was Vintage Photo. That kind of put a damper on the leaves. Even though I only did it a tiny, tiny bit. They just, I don't know. And the blue kind of made it look kind of funny too. So the iced spruce, it's not really a blue. It's kind of a, I don't know. It's kind of an icy green almost. So I wasn't familiar with those colors. And so this is how it turned out. And I really liked this combo against the blue. I really liked that combo. I just wasn't sure about the leaves. But the more I look at it, the more it grows on me. So tell me how you think it went. All right. Then I have one more. Sandra asked for a blue-gray sky. She didn't give me any other parameters though. So I went out on my own. And this is where we went. Now I know her a little bit personally, and I know for a fact that she loves blue. So she's told me many times in comments that her favorite color is blue. So this is where we ended up with Sandra's card. She's got the blue-gray for the sky, and this is stormy sky for the background. These here are actually Alpine Aster and Crystal Violet Altenew inks. This is Alpine Aster and Crystal Violet Altenew inks, and then this is the same as this combo here, which is the 2 LDRS colors, which is Prickly Pear Perfection and 4 Leaf. And then this was a BetterPress Sentiment I had at my stash. So these are the cards that got me through last week's chaos. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on them. They are not straight. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. I will get photos and get them circulating on social media. And I'd love to have all of you just give me your feedback. And I will be working on club videos next for next month. You will see one video from me. Well, maybe not me, but somebody on my channel, hopefully next Saturday. So keep your fingers crossed for that. Keep your thoughts and prayers going for that debut. That's all I'll say. And we'll see you back next Saturday, if not sooner. Take care, my friends, and thank you again for all your support and love. The visual links are down in the description below. That link is down there if there's anything here you're curious about. But your friendship and your following is what's most important to me. So thank you so much. And like I said, come join us over in the Craft Life Together group on Facebook. Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and more. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye, my friends.